Salute, salute. Top of the AM, top of the AM. I am the Mike Jordan, the recording early in the morning. Happy Monday. Yeah, it was a long weekend. It's a long weekend, but I'm gonna be back to do my weekend recap. But over the weekend, I did do some footwork, and I ran across some content, and I'm gonna try to do what I do this morning. Y'all see the title, The Legendary Farmer, aka Jones. Rest in peace. For if you know, you know. Farmer, may the man rest in peace. Farmer was a legendary figure in the New York State prison system, as well as Brooklyn, New York, before he left the street in the late 70s, or should I say the mid 70s. Now, I was born in 74. Farmer might have went to jail in 75 because he had a 77 number. I met Farmer through the legendary Shakim Allah, rest in peace. I did something for the OG Shakim not too long ago. Shakim had a 77 number as well. You know what I'm saying? So once I became friends with Shakim, and Shakim began to introduce me to people, Farmer was one of the people that he introduced me to in Clinton back in like 94 or some crazy shit. Through photos, his correspondence, his kites with him. That's his comrade, the OG. You know what I'm saying? So I more or less met. Man, what the fuck is that on my neck? My name tag. I see it. I more or less met Farmer. Part self. I more or less met Farmer through Shakim Allah. And Farmer was the OG. A lot of y'all dudes out there who got OGs, Farmer had his foot on their neck. It's a lot of legendary niggas in New York State that was behind that wall. They was moving, they was shaking, their name was ringing bells. But when it came to OGs like Farmer and Shakim, and rest in peace, Damien, we lost Damien about 2 weeks ago. Rest in peace, Damien. He's another OG. Maybe I'll tell his story. Him and Shakim was putting it down. But anyway, these dudes was putting pressure on niggas. Remember, they come through in the late 70s. So all these OGs y'all got from the 80s, trust and believe, they was being handled. Trust and believe, they was being handled. I ain't bullshitting you. They was being handled. But anyway, I felt the need to big up the legendary Farmer because Farmer was known for something that we see going on YouTube. Y'all see all this shit going down, paperwork. Yo, this nigga paperwork. Yo, this nigga rat. Farmer, the legendary Farmer, aka Jones. He is the father of that shit. Farmer is the originator of securing niggas' paperwork, exposing niggas, and extorting them in the prison system. Yeah, that was Farmer lane. Farmer created that lane. And he ran down on a whole lot of niggas in the 80s and 90s with that paperwork shit. And he was extorting a lot of niggas. That's why I say, man, your OG, your OG might not be built like that. Y'all better get y'all facts. I told y'all, stop riding the wrong niggas' dick. I told y'all about that shit. Well, anyway, Farmer, he created that shit. He started that shit. And he was poking niggas that was rats. But what went wrong, he started using that shit to the point where he was extorting niggas. And he even was accused of making fake paperwork on niggas just to extort them. That's never cool. That's why the paperwork shit is suspect. Farmer was the first one to do it. And now you got thousands and thousands of other motherfuckers trying to do it. Anyway, Farmer was so out of control with that shit, man. Farmer was making fake paperwork on niggas. Niggas was going crazy. Farmer was saying this nigga, that nigga ain't no good. Niggas was getting hit. Come down the line, niggas wasn't rats. Like, Farmer is the originator of this shit. And now today, I'm talking 80s. Now today, damn near 25, 30 years later, we got these clowns on YouTube doing that shit. But listen, man, if you're going to do something, man, Be an originator at it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to emulate somebody, emulate the best. That's how we go. Or just be a trendsetter and do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody riding farmer coattail. That's farmer shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, farmer, other than the paperwork shit, farmer was a G, man. I think farmer died in the prison system after about 35 years under his belt. You know what I'm saying? One thing I haven't done since I've been a free man is attend a service for a brother that passed in the prison system. When they bring the body to New York, whatever. I heard about Farmer. I thought it would be a legendary thing back in Brooklyn, but I didn't hear about it. But I did hear and see when Amar came home. When they brought the brother Amar home, they FaceTimed me from the service. Yeah, man. They FaceTimed me from the service. I got to see the Conrad money. I got to see the Conrad Bam out the BX. I got to see the Conrad Baby Sam on his return home because that was his crimey. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing. My uncle was out there. My homie Uptown was out there. And the homie 10 Toes Down from YouTube. See, I don't go by 10 Toes Down. I don't know YouTube 10 Toes Down. I don't want to know YouTube 10 Toes Down. I know Shaft from Harlem. Shaft was at the service. Me and Shaft went FaceTime. We was talking. We was reminiscing about the pen. We ain't do too much of this YouTube talk because that's my friend outside of YouTube, and we gonna keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking him about none of his YouTube beefs. I ain't asking him about none of his subscribers, none of that shit. When we talk as fruit and Shaft. That's it. That YouTube shit is out the window. But yeah, Farmer. I didn't attend his service when he came home. I thought it would be a big splash when they brought Farmer back to Brooklyn, but I didn't hear about it, man. I hope it went down beautifully. I'm hoping the homies all showed up for him. You know what I'm saying? Because Farmer was a real one. Farmer had a lot of bullshit with him, though, man. Farmer was a real one. Farmer was different from K.O. Smitty. Now, we had K.O. Smitty in the penitentiary and Farmer. K.O. Smitty was more revolutionary. Don't play with me. Farmer was more, let me get in this yard and start some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But Farmer was a legend in New York State, man. And I wish I had some of those great stories about him, but I don't, because he was a few generations before me. But on the strength of the late, great Shakim Allah, I did come across Farmer. Farmer was good people. Listen, man, if you know, you know, man. If you was moving and shaking in them yards, and Farmer was in the jail with you, man, and you wasn't built like that, Farmer was coming at you. Farmer and a whole lot of other niggas was coming at you. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised. I done had some of my OGs like, oh shit, I ain't pressing you. Some of my OGs like, oh, you no good. I thought you was built like that. Nah, I'm telling you, son. Y'all need to do y'all homework. Y'all need to stop listening to these YouTube niggas. Stop listening to these fake OG niggas that was just there. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That's why they don't want Fruit on YouTube. Fruit know everybody. And if I don't know somebody, I know somebody that knows somebody. And I'm going to check fact. I ain't going to get up here and be putting no bullshit out there on the airwaves. That ain't my staff. But Farmer, trust and believe. Farmer was out there handling niggas, son. You know what I'm saying? And he's a Brooklyn legend. He left the street in the mid-70s. He never made his return back. He died in prison. You know what I'm saying? Farmer was one of them dudes who did a lot of box time, a lot of solitary confinement, SHU shit. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the niggas catching new beds. He probably went to jail with a tooth something, ended up in jail for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? Because Farmer was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to send him off well right here on the Real Big Fruit podcast. I felt the need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So condolences to his family. Big up to all his comrades. You know what I'm saying? He was a real one. I would love to bring his reflection to YouTube and social media. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to know who Farmer was and who he beat. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And I'm quite sure some of the old comrades is going to enjoy the fact that I keep him alive on YouTube. Because trust and believe, that was their boy, a.k.a. Jones. Farmer, a.k.a. Jones. That was the big homie. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Farmer. Brooklyn, we did it